I'm going to show you how to solve the puzzles for these doors all throughout the world in Hogwarts Legacy. So the trick to solving these doors is finding out like what the code is and stuff for each one. So whenever you go up to one, you can press X or whatever your button is, depending on what you're playing on. It tells you the button in order to reveal it, and it gives you this weird puzzle. Well, in order to solve this puzzle, you have to know what each of these pictures means. Each one stands for a number. Now, in order to get the codec for that or whatever, get like the what do you call it? The legend, as it's called in like compasses and puzzles and things like that. What you're gonna want to do is go to this part of Hogwarts, which is the I actually don't know it offhand. It is this section, which is the library annex, and you'll get to go here pretty early in the game. And as soon as it has you pick a class, like, okay, go to Charms class or go to, Defense Against the Dark Arts class. There's a part in the game where you'll get these two quest choices. At this point, you're good to go. You can go ahead and do this so you can start solving these puzzles. So you're going to go here. If you've already ran away, you can fast travel back to Central Hall. And then you just need to run up these stairs to this door up here. So from the center over there, there's like all these staircases on the southeast side. And you'll know you're in the right place because through this door is a giant bridge basically that leads to all that. But we're not going to go out there. Okay. So from in here, right by this door, you're going to look at the staircase to the north. You see on the bottom left of the compass, it shows what direction. So to the north, you're going to go up this, and then you're going to go to the right, which is now to the east, and you're going to go up this spiral staircase. Now at the top of the staircase, you'll unlock the divination, whatever, I can't say the word, classroom fast travel. At this fast travel, if you already have it, you can come here, and you need to go over here to the west. So if you come up the stairs, it's to your right. And it'll lead up to this area, which is a weird kind of attic-like area. You go over to here, and then at this first spot, you turn to the right, and there's this kind of secret room back here with like the easy puzzle to solve, basically. So you'll reveal this one also. And you'll get this, the same kind of situation with the puzzles. So the way that this works is if you open up this chest, this is the only one I'm aware of in the game of the, legend for this puzzle. So you search this, and this will give you the code for what everything stands for. So everything has a number associated with it. Now, you might think, okay, you need to take like a picture of this or something, or some way to keep track of this. You don't actually. It's actually really simple. So if you notice, the top left, the weird, I don't even know what to call it thing, is number 0, and the one below it is a unicorn, right? So you look over at this thing, and it just so happens that there's 0, there's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way around. So the very first one down here is 0, very last one over here is 9, and it just goes in order 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. All right, so now that you know that, now how do we solve this puzzle? Well, first off, every puzzle has these two things. Now, this one, it's easy because they're literally right next to the puzzle. But anytime you see one of these puzzles, there's going to be this one and that one somewhere in the room. Now, in more advanced puzzles, these keys or whatever switches will be hidden somewhere in the room, and you'll have to find them. And in more simple ones, they'll just be right here. So you go to and interact with it in order to swap through the different ones until you get the one that you want. Each one only has a certain number of options, which helps you narrow it down some. But what you're actually trying to do, you could just brute force it, I guess. You just do one and then do all the other, and then do the next, do all the other. That'd be stupid. So the way to solve it is that number in the middle is the number that you want to add up to. So say this bottom one. We have 0, 1, and a double question mark. So the double question mark is going to be this one we turn over here. Well, what we need to do is we need all three of these outer numbers to be the same, to equal up to the middle number. So we have a 0, we have a 1, so we're up to only 1, but we need 4, so we need to add 3. So 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. So then we look at our little code here. So we got 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's going to be the Hydra. All right, so swap through this till we get the Hydra. All right, now the top one is the Hydra again. So instead of having a number, it has the Hydra. But we know the Hydra stands for a number. So the Hydra is a 3, and this is a 2. So 3 and 2 makes 5. But we're still not at 9. We need 4 more in order to get to 9. So this needs to be a 4 then. So we go through this, and it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that, which I can't even tell what that is, but that thing. So we're going to go to that. Maybe I can tell more clearly when it's on this. I still don't know what that thing is. That's supposed to be an owl on a branch? That's a really badly drawn owl on a branch. All right, so once you get that to that, so 2 and 3 plus 4 equals 9. And then 0 plus 1 plus 3 equals 4. That's 3. That's 4. So it all makes sense. All adds up. Now you press interact key and it opens up the door. And that is how you solve these puzzles. And inside of each one of these puzzles, going to be different rewards, different chests, different things for you to collect. So whenever you see one of these puzzle doors, now you know how to solve it. That is how to solve every single one of these puzzles in the game. Just don't forget, it starts from left to right, and that's 0, that's 9. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That way you don't have to reference this thing constantly or take a picture or anything. That's like the easy way to remember. But if you do forget the order, there is something to know about, that if you open up the main menu and you go to your inventory, that item you just picked up is actually going to be right here in quest items, called the Rhythmancy Study Guide page. So you can interact in order to view it, and it'll show you the same thing again. So if you do forget, don't forget the item exists in your key items basically, so you can look it up whenever you want. And don't forget that counting and programming starts at 0. I remember in programming class when I was in college, and she really wanted to drive home the point that when you're a programmer, counting starts with 0. So they did the same thing here, start with 0. Also, if you want to see this place on the map, if you actually go to the map here and zoom in, it doesn't really help too much because you can't see three-dimensional in here very well, but it will be like right up there. But again, this one is going to be really close to the divination classroom, and then up in the rafters basically. Also, another thing to know about this puzzle and this area is there's actually a blackboard right here that shows you how to solve the puzzles, in case you wanted to do it on your own and wanted to know how you're supposed to figure this out on your own. It shows right here, question mark plus symbol plus number, and then that all goes into 14. So if you're wondering how you were supposed to have figured this out on your own without the help of a YouTube video, that is what the game developers intended for you to do in order to solve these puzzle doors and get the rewards behind each one. Additionally, when you get the chest behind these, there'll be things for collections and stuff. So knowing how to solve all the puzzle doors is actually important for getting all your collections done, not just for like getting money or something like that. It's actually for the collection. So you need to know how to do this if you want to 100% the game. By the way, if this video helped you out and you want to help me out too, you can check out this game that I'm making on Steam called Art Gallery Simulator. The link for this will be in the description of this video below the first paragraph. You can just go here and wishlist this, or if you're watching this in the future, you could consider buying it. It's just a game where you get around an art gallery, and you go from like slums to middle class to owning an art museum, stuff like that. It's an alpha right now. I'm hoping to get it done in March or April. But yeah, if you want to help me out and return the favor, just wishlist it. It'll just tell you when it comes out, and I'd appreciate that a lot. All right, well, there you have it. Now you guys know how to do it. You know how to solve these puzzles. You know how to check in your inventory to remember what the legend is for all the numbers and stuff. And now you know how to solve every single puzzle door in Hogwarts Legacy.